what you're going to do is tape your image to the black paper, and underneath there's going to be a piece of printing foam. I'm going to use 2 pieces of tape, and then we're going to be going over all of the lines in the image that you want to include in your design. Remember, you don't have to include all of the lines. You're trying to pick out lines that are important, and what's happening is by pushing down with your tool, you are debossing or making an impression onto the paper. Now I switched to a pencil and I think it works best. So we're not going to use pen like you saw me use. Pencil works pretty well. Notice I'm not ripping the paper. I'm just pushing hard. I do have to push pretty hard over all of the lines I want to include. Remember, I don't need to include every single line. I'm just going to choose the lines that I think will make my image most interesting. But we definitely want a good number of lines so that we can then add color to the different lines and shapes that are created. So these lines that I'm adding here, when I get to the edge of the image, I'm going to extend those lines off the page. So you can tell that the image stops before the edge. I want those lines to continue off the edge. So see those lines there? I'm going to make believe continue them, and I'm pushing pretty hard. You can see all of these lines that are going to extend off the page. Okay, so notice, oh, there's another one. And extend that line all the way off. It's just going to make some interesting like divisions of the space, so then I can add more colors. So in this image, I'm tracing the roads, but also some other interesting designs I see here, like this circular thing. When I feel like I've traced all of my lines, I'm going to carefully unpeel the tape, and I should see underneath that the black paper has been debossed, which means I can clearly see that there are grooves in the paper that I've transferred from my design. If you don't see that, you haven't pushed hard enough. You can't just do it again on the table. You have to put it over the foam, line it up exactly, put your picture back over, and transfer. So that's what this whole project is about, making sure that we push hard enough that the design has transferred on to the paper underneath, and then we'll talk about it transferring to the foam as well. When you remove the black paper, you need to go back and retrace over all of the lines onto the foam. If you can't see them, you have to push down again on the paper. You'll know you'll be ready for the next step when you remove your photo and what you should have. So carefully remove the tape. Keep this. What you should have is a debossed black piece of paper, which means all those grooves, look, I can tell on the other side, see how they're raised? We want to definitely be working with the side that's pushed down. That's called debossed. So we have this image, and then we should have this, which is going to be our printing plate. Notice how deep these grooves are. I've gone over them again with my pencil. So what I'm going to do is on the back of my printing plate, I'm going to turn it over and write my name. And on the back of my black paper, I'll know it's the back because it's the side that's raised, not the side that's pushed down, but the side that's popping up. This is the back. I'm going to write my name. I just got a colored pencil so I can see it. Don't push too hard with this or else it'll show through on the other side. I have my name on the back of both. The push down side is the front of both of these images. Now I am ready to get started.